Welcome to Get Money Sports, and that is not a sport. I'm your boy DC, coming across here. D minus. I was on Instagram this morning, and doing my morning thing. When I came across that, let me just tell you, what did they do on that one show? The Fockers, whoop, out come the poop. Man, that boy started tapping them feet. Swoop. It was like an enema. How many times do you think you could jump rope in 30 seconds?
Man, even when I was a kid, I didn't do too much jump roping, man. That's just crazy, man. Hey, but it got to be a sport, though, right?
Why?
It has to be a sport.
Why? Tell me why.
Because you're actually working out, man. It's like that is impressive how fast that man was doing. So I think that when you combine, it's hard enough to do it that fast, and the average person couldn't do it. Right?
All right, King Kunta.
But it has to be a sport. It has to be a sport.
Okay, King Kunta, here's my argument to that. If we make this a sport, I could clap my hands pretty fast too. Give me a medal.
Let's see where you're going with this. And I agree with you, DC. My question is, can he fuck like that?
See, now I was saving that one for the sheriff, but
that's what I'm saying. How you going at it in the bedroom? He can tell some neighbor vagina with that move right there with his hip.
This is brought to you by Spunk Lube. Spunk Lube moment. Hawk, is this a sport?
I noticed that guys who aren't very athletic or didn't fit in certain circles, they tend to gravitate towards something that no one else does, so that they could be good at it and have it be their thing. And then all of a sudden they start calling it a sport. All I know is, like, let's say my daughter grew up and she started dating a guy that was doing something like this. I just, my head would be in my hands. I'd be like, bro, what are we doing right now? I am an athlete, so I do not consider it a sport. I don't consider a lot of things a sport. So I'm not, it's a big no for me.
All right, so Sheriff, you're the one that regulates law down here. Tell everybody who you are, and then tell us really, and this is what we want to know from our local law authorities. Can this translate into the bedroom? Can this guy move his feet and his pecker this fast? Is he like drilling for oil on his chick? Or dude, we go both ways, I guess. Pause.
Well, good morning, everybody. It's the Sheriff from South Central Indiana. And no, this is not a sport, but this does translate to the bedroom. Man, this guy could he could have a line of women lined up and he could just go just like that. I mean, he could just keep going. Holy crap. Was he drilling to go to the freaking middle of the earth? I mean, I've never seen some feet. Like, I ain't never seen anything like that, but this is not a sport. Like Hawk said, he wants a participation trophy. He can have one, but because like you said, clapping, give me a medal.
Yeah, but clapping's not going to please my woman. If that translated, if I found out that I could jump rope that fast and it would translate the rest of my body.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
D-. Come on now.
Listen. You're talking about clapping hands. This is a jump rope, man. Jump rope. Kids been doing that for years. And what classifies a sport a sport? I mean, label it though. Like, what is a sport to you guys? What's a sport?
Something that lasts longer than 30 seconds.
Well, see, that can last a long time, man. That's a world record that he probably did. I think it's a sport. You know what I'm saying? Like Olympics type of sport.
So let me ask you this. It said on the paper there that he broke his own record. So let's just say you set the record for most jump ropes in 30 seconds.
Right.
And a couple years later, you're still training for some reason. I don't know why. It's your record. Nobody gives a shit. But you decide you're going to try to break your own record. You go on TV, China TV, and you break your own. Did you hear anybody clap? He was on stage. Did you hear anybody clap?
No, he was concentrating.
No, I'm talking about the people watching. Did you hear anybody when he put the rope down? Did you hear, goddamn, boy, go. Put that work in.
We didn't get a chance to finish the video, so they probably did clap. I'm pretty sure they did.
They were.
He said no.
I'm with my brother. I don't think it's a sport. I think that's something you can do in the Olympics type thing. But I don't think it's like we turn on the TV like a Saturday or a Sunday and like, oh, I can't wait till this jump rope event come on.
Well, let me ask you this. Then why breakdancing a sport now and it's in the Olympics?
I was going with there. You got to remember now. Didn't breakdancing teach us something?
This world is evolving, man, and you gotta. This world is so political correct and everything, and you gotta let them in now. Everything they say, well, they doing this. Why can't we do this? We moving our body like they moving our body. So this the way the world is now, man. We subject to just give in to everybody's feelings all of a sudden. Like we can't go back to the basis where no, this is not a sport. This is what classifies as a sport. That not, I mean, if you want to do this for fun, if you want to go for halftime and do this for halftime show, we can do this because I think it's more so like entertainment to me. Yeah. I think it's more so entertainment than a sport. So
I can agree with that. I would put it like on something like Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader as a sideshow or something. D-, we want to welcome you back. You've been out for the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, man.
Let me just let you know, I know you watched the show back. Some shit's been happening.
Yeah.
I know you know. This is the question. As a New Year's resolution, can we just give him a pass and call it 2025 and start fresh, or do you need to take him in the office?
Well, no, I'm gonna do it like this. Let me say this. You know, when your boss is gone from your job or something like that, you want to act an ass. So when HR is gone, you think you can break all the rules because HR is not here. Which HR is always watching.
He's got always pictures of you laughing.
Y'all some snitching motherfuckers. That's all I can say. I know who I'm working with now. These boy, that's some motherfuckers. That's what y'all are.
You know, so I had to put Order got to come back to the show now, man. So Order's back now. We have to get back in order.
We can't even have fun when authority's gone. We can't even have fun when everybody's pissing on everybody.
Let's just get it over with. He wants to go. Go ahead, D-. Take him to the room.
What happened, man? What went on, man? Listen. What happened?
We had fun. That's all I could. I don't know what show. I don't know what my other co-workers gonna say, but I had fun. I don't know what they consider fun. I don't know.
Okay, can I bring Hulk into the room right quick? Can I bring Hulk?
Yeah.
Hulk,
bring Snitch in.
Talk to me, Hulk. What happened, man?
You know, I mean, listen. you know your brother. You know, you know your brother.
Of course.
So anything that you thought happened or thought could have happened happened.
Gotcha.
Okay. I will say this on behalf of King Kunta. DC did bring up a good point. You know, 2024, that was last year. We're in 2025. I think we look at him here and we say, you know, there's just a little bit of spillage over into 2025, but you know, little simple warning saying, hey, it's a new year. Let's turn over that new leaf and hopefully brighter days ahead.
Right. And the thing about it is you can't get rid of him because he's so important to the show. So it has to be some kind of other. I gotta do something.
I don't know what we're talking about. This was should have happened. Let me tell you, give you my version. This was should have happened. You should have been like, hey guys, how the show went? Everybody was like, oh man, we had a good time. You know, you shouldn't even got a sniff of what might happen. You know, everybody could have been on board, like, hey, we having fun, man. We go, we shooting the shit, but everybody was so high strong on me getting into the HR off for some type of reason. I don't know. Maybe they need to, put me my own personal chair in it with the 49ers logo on and saying a repeat offender 49er fan or something. I don't know. Maybe I need that personal chair. Maybe they working on it. Who knows? But all I know is nothing happened.
Could be a conspiracy too, right? Could be a conspiracy. Is it a conspiracy?
I don't know. You got to ask my coworkers.
All right.
I didn't say anything.
Nah, you ain't gonna say nothing, DC?
Yeah. But I ain't gonna say who was stealing pencils while you was gone.
Pencils. Who's still
Hey,
pencils?
Pencils and
Hey,
pens
all I'm gonna say is we heard that
All right,
we heard that
fess up.
DC
Oh,
was
Sheriff, you
Fess
stealing?
up. Fess up.
You stealing?
What's up?
Fess up. You know
Listen.
you took the pencils.
Listen, I didn't take no pencils.
Yeah.
I actually
Wow.
can't touch any pencils. I'm allergic to the graphite and to the lead. But I will say
You have
this.
gloves on. Why you go to the
Now, wait a minute. I just want to point something. Hold on. Let me point something out. Kunta, that's how you get out of HR.
yeah.
Did you see how fast? Did you see how fast we accused him of stealing pencils, and he snubbed it out immediately? He didn't say DC snub. Look at DC selling me out. He said I'm allergic to graphite. Want me?
So why explain the gloves then? Why you went in and opened the door with some gloves on, some safety gloves?
What?
Yeah, safety
I've
gloves
had no
on.
gloves.
Sheriff, go ahead and tell him who took the pencils.
Listen, we all know who took the pencils.
Who was it?
It was the Hawk.
Damn.
What?
Wow.
On the state fair around here, for a state
You know
round
what?
here.
You know what? I'm
I mean, it's
feeling
just out of hand, man. I
we
leave
gotta-
for 2 weeks. I
we
leave for
gotta-
2 weeks, and the show just went to shit.
We gotta get that wrestling ring set up. There's too much heat and smoke in here. There's too many
Yeah, that's
unanswered
bro.
things.
Hey, I'm saying-
It's a good thing
to me-
Teddy's not here right now because
Look at me.
that's right. It was Teddy who did it. My bad.
Yeah. It was
My
shit
bad.
bigger than me right now.
This shit's bigger than me. I knew Jack City. Ain't
I'm saying speaker than bigger than somebody. D minus. What the fuck is Bill Belichick talking about?
I don't know, man. He was so serious when he said this. So Bill Belichick went on the show and said that they should rename the Vince Lombardi Trophy to the Tom Brady Trophy.
He's smoking.
I don't know, man. What y'all guys' thoughts on that, man? Because I got a little problem with that. First off,
my
first of all,
bad.
let me hear what y'all gonna say first, because I got something I want to say on that. Let me hear what y'all gonna say on it.
That's what I thought too. So I'm gonna read the quote and then I'm not gonna say nothing else. I'm in my North Carolina gear. I don't know what the hell Bill's smoking up there. Bill's quote was, "You can't win games without good players. I don't care who the coach is. It's impossible to win without good players. You should rename it, maybe the Tom Brady Trophy." Coach.
Hey, I'm with him on that because right now, hey, not even Tom Brady, call it the Patriot Lombardi Trophy because
Mute his
they
ass.
done something.
He said, mute his ass.
Yeah, hey, this is a show. I mean, right? It's my opinion.
Oh,
It
yeah,
ain't
right.
gotta be right or wrong. I'm
Right.
opinionated. Y'all know that.
true.
So I mean, until an organization can top what they're done, what they did, then he has the right to say that because he's done that organization has done that, exceeded those expectations. Despite all those Spygates, whatever they still won, they still got the doggone Super Bowl trophy, right? So until then, he has a right to say that. Come beat me. Kansas City Chiefs, that ain't even close right now. The only thing Kansas City doing is making history if they do the 3-peat Super Bowl. But
Wow.
until the organization is dominant like that, I'm just saying he has a right to say that. Is he wrong? Then it's our opinion to determine if he's wrong or right. But I'm saying that he has the right to say that because of what he done with that organization, coming Tom Brady, especially Tom Brady.
With when they make a trophy, it's usually early when a sport starts. Man, I'm still listening. I keep hearing Kunta's answer in this ear over here, and I'm trying to think in this ear.
Just saying. Hey,
I'm trying to put the words together because shit's. Let me take these headphones off. It's going back and forth. You can't rename something because someone else is winning. They didn't even. This is the Jerry West thing. Okay. There was a lot of better players, and there will be a lot of better players than Jerry West. Okay. That doesn't mean you take him off the fucking basketball. I heard they're going to try to they got a new thing trying to take him off and put Kobe on there. I love Kobe, but you can't put Kobe on if you don't put Mike on there. You can't put Mike on if you don't put Magic on there. You can't put Magic on if you put LeBron on there. That's why we don't change shit. we have too many great players. So when a sport comes into its inaugural heyday, like the Packers were going to every Super Bowl, but there wasn't a lot of teams. And Vince Lombardi did a lot for football, but there wasn't a lot of owners then. I don't know. I'm gonna go down to the Hawk and see if I can make some sense out of this.
So I have a problem with when you see coaches sometimes, right? How many coaches have we seen over the years that have had rosters that have been talented, right? They have the talent, they have that stuff, and the coaches find a way to screw it up.
Facts.
Play calling, how they deal with personnel, maybe the type of scheme that they run, whatever, you know. So Bill Belichick is right. You can't win without players, but you can definitely lose with players if the coaching isn't done correctly. I also have a problem with people wanting to change the names of things constantly, take down statues, blah, blah, blah. This is history, right? And so totally different if we're talking about racist history, you know, that's a whole nother argument. But in this case, I agree with you with the Jerry West thing. Like, yeah, there were greater players than him in his time, and there are greater players than him after, but that is a part of the NBA's history. Just like the NFL, this is a part of the NFL's history. And if you reflect back to last week's show in our football trivia, one of the questions I got was, who has the most Super Bowl championships organization-wise? And the answer is the New England Patriots with 6, the Pittsburgh Steelers with 6. So it's not even like you can sit there and say that they're just the best franchise ever and they have like 20 and then the next team has 6. Then there'd be a conversation to be had. But they're tied with another team.
I didn't even think about that part. Yeah.
And so, like, you're not even talking about them pulling crazy far ahead. And really, their success was in that window with Belichick and Brady. And what have they done since then besides being the top 5 of the draft?
Nothing.
I'm with you, man. I do think one thing, let me add in there, there might need to be, if the NFL wants to make something new, what about a coach's award? Do they give a coach of the year every year, other than just saying, hey, this is the coach of the year? Maybe give an award for it, you know, or something like that. Sheriff, how do you feel about the situation?
You know, history is so important. You know, you touched on Jerry West, and then Hawk, you know, touched on, you know, the early days of the Packers before it was called the Super Bowl. It was the NFL championships. You don't change history. History is there for a reason. I'm a huge history buff. And you don't change the name of the Vince Lombardi trophy to the Tom Brady trophy because you're a little partial to your boy. I mean, Bill Belichick is on smoking some good shit up there wherever he's at, but
Carolina, baby.
He is just a little delusional because it is so important to not change things, because then the NBA is going to want to change theirs it goes from the Bill O'Brien trophy to the Kobe Bryant trophy or the Jordan trophy. I mean, it doesn't sound right. You know, in Major League Baseball, it's called the Commissioner's Trophy. I'm fine with that. In hockey, it's called the Stanley Cup. I'm okay with that. In the NFL, it's the Vince Lombardi trophy. That's what it needs to stay, and leave it alone. It's, you know, I couldn't imagine changing the name of that trophy. But you're right. They do need to come up with maybe another award to rename it to like the Brady Award, or like how they do with Walter Payton, the Walter Payton Award, which is considered the highest honor. They should do something like that.
Yeah, make a Brady Award. I'm all right with that.
Make something like that, like somebody that didn't cheat.
Or if there was like, you know, in college football, they have awards for, you know, best quarterback in the nation, best running back, and they have all these names for them, right? Like you can rename it like a specific award like that, but something as serious as like the championship trophy, I don't believe you should change the name of it. But you could
All
change it best quarterback in the nation award and you could call it the Tom Brady Award. I mean,
Or you can just make like you said, I like that Walter Payton idea. It was kind of like, for greatness over a long period of time or over an extended period of time or consecutively, you can make a trophy like the Walter Payton and give Brady some recognition. D-, close out your segment, baby. You got a lot of info.
Yeah, and that's good points everybody had, and a lot of y'all took my point I was going to make. Brady, 7 Super Bowl wins is great.
Yeah.
But you got Mahomes that's about to win, probably going to win his 4th one, and he's not even 30 yet.
No.
No, I said probably. I'm not saying he will, but you can't count the Chiefs out. I'm actually picking the Eagles, but I'm just saying. You got a Patrick Mahomes that's coming up about to win. If he can win his 4th one and not even 30, he can shatter Brady's record as far as Super Bowl title goes. And for him to say that, name the Tom Brady Award, think about it though. I like what Hawk said about the organization type thing, and I was going to relate to, let's say, the Rooney Trophy, because that Pittsburgh organization since the 70s has been like the best organization out there. I wouldn't name the one player. Vince Lombardi, he earned it, I guess, from saying that he did. But I'm saying if you're gonna name it as an organization like the Rooney, some type of Rooney Award or whatever. But I like what you guys said.
The AFC Championship's called the Lamar Hunt Trophy.
Exactly.
I
like what you guys said about they should have the Tom Brady should have an award. He's done something that nobody's ever done before. He should have an award, but I don't know if it should be renamed from the Vince Lombardi Award. But great points, guys. I like what you guys said, man. But I wouldn't go as far as naming the Vince Lombardi to Tom Brady.
I wonder how that happens. Like, did the NFL come up with the Walter Payton Award, and Walter Payton ask the NFL to make an award up for him? I wonder how that actually goes about. Because if it's not on the NFL, I don't see Walter doing that. So in other words, the NFL, the reason why there's not a Tom Brady Award is because the NFL has not made a Tom Brady Award, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I get it. But you know what? If you make a Brady Award, like you said, you're gonna have to make a Mahomes Award. You can't like if Mahomes wins this year, you can't make a Mahomes Award before you make a Brady Award.
But the big deal with Walter Payton is Walter Payton was never involved in any type of scandal. Walter Payton was as clean as they get.
Yeah.
Tom Brady was involved in multiple scandals. One where he destroyed his phone because he didn't want anyone to see what was in it. So there's a lot of stuff going on with Brady that, like, as far as I'm concerned, championships aside, Walter Payton and Tom Brady should not be mentioned in the same sentence as far as character goes.
I can feel that.
Yeah,
all right, Coop, what is going on? They say that if you're an NFL team and you're a kicker, all you got to do is kick the ball.
Kick the damn ball.
All you got to do is kick the damn ball. What is going on in Baltimore?
Well, that's all I got to do, kick the ball. But they didn't say in fine print you have to show the balls. So we talking about, y'all familiar with Justin Tucker? He don't only kick balls, he show balls. So he's been alleged for misconduct, which victims took place over sometime beginning his rookie year. Get this, y'all, his rookie year in 2012 up to 2016. That's like a year after turning out with his wife. When they met in college. 6 women, 6 now, requested some type of conversation, came forward allegation against Justin Tucker. It was several therapists. They were saying his behavior was appalling. They call it appalling. And they had to end many sessions early with 2 spars banned for the 2 spars he went to was banned. Complaints, women was complaining about his behavior. Other therapists, it was been known that one therapist was waiting for other therapists to come forth with it, so they let this go on from 2012 to 2016, and then it's kind of like flatline. I'm not understanding that now. It's 2025, and then a lot of people was, thinking it was a joke. They say they was massaging around his inner thighs, which he was requesting massages around his inner thighs, while he show his masculine side of his penis and enlargement and all that. And so they was like real appalled with it. So they asked him to leave. They end sessions early. He was banned from a few of them. Tucker, he's going to deny all allegations. The NFL saying they taking all this stuff serious and they'll be looking into it. You can put him out full screen. So I think it's one of those things that he thought he can get away with it. I mean, of course he's innocent right now. Let's not just jump the gun, because they got to do their due diligence and do their investigation. Like we try to give all athletes that come black, white, whatever, remain innocent to proven guilty. But you know how the social media world is. They already saying he's guilty, of course, so it's going to be more stuff coming out. So brace yourself.
How you feeling, D minus?
I'm feeling like I'm sick of this shit, honestly. 2012, you said that what you said, Coach? 2012.
2012.
Been going on.
This is 2025 right now.
Mm-hmm.
So this is another case of Deshaun Watson type shit. So the thing about it is with these massage therapists and all these people, they wait till 10, 15 years down the road to want to bring some stuff up about this kind of shit. Of course, it's about the money. The thing about it is, now if they did it, okay, do your time, whatever. But for you to come out this many years down the line and say this man was I guess he did inappropriate shit, whatever. I'm not buying none of this shit. I ain't buying the Deshaun Watson type stuff. Now I said some of this shit probably did happen. I'm not saying it didn't. But what I'm saying is some of these women be involved with that kind of stuff. They knew who he was coming in the door. It was all about the money problem, and the money stopped being distributed out. Now they want to talk about some shit. So no, I don't believe none of that shit. Honestly, I don't really care about it. I'm hoping the women, if they did get assaulted, I'm hoping the women's okay if they did. But I don't believe none of that shit. No, I ain't buying none of it. I'm sorry.
Bad part about this is Justin Tucker's going to have to make a payment, because that's how the world rolls. And I'm just going to keep it like this. Kuta said that he was banned from numerous salons. So let's all pretend that we work in a salon and we're all chicks. Hey, y'all, guess what? I just went into Justin Tucker. He asked me to rub the inside of his thigh. So when he pulled down the towel, he had a boner. Okay, now wait a minute. Nowhere in any of those allegations he's not even accused of asking to have his penis touched. All he says is, "Can you please rub my inner thighs?" Which is it's perfect. It's okay.
Oh yeah.
When you're rubbing my inner thighs, my dick's gonna get hard. I never asked you to touch it though, especially if you're attractive. And if you're on my inner thighs, and you even brush a hair on your arm, brushes my nuts, I'm gonna get a boner. And this is the best part. How do you know whose thighs you rubbed 12 years ago? What happened is your hands are getting tired. You're tired of going to work, and now you want to take Justin out. This is some bullshit. Hawk.
Well, I will say that I was just looking up some information about the story, and 3 additional massage therapists have come out. So now the numbers up to 9.
9. Wow.
And so I'll just say this. I'm kind of where D- is at. They are following the Deshaun Watson playbook to a T. This is exactly the evolution that it took with him. I used to know this girl that massaged an NFL player, and I used to joke with her because the Deshaun Watson stuff was going on. I was like, "Hey, you better watch out. Better be careful. You know those NFL guys or whatever." But listen, we're talking 2012. What's up with statute of limitations? 7 years, right? Right. And if no one's coming out and saying like you said, DC, if no one's coming out and saying that he said, "Hey, touch my business," then what's wrong with someone saying massage my inner thighs. This man is a kicker. His whole life is based off of the health of his legs.
Yep.
I'm not giving him a pass for anything that he may or may not have done, but if you can't prove that he did something inappropriate, then other than him saying massage the inner part of my thighs, then he hasn't done anything wrong. And you can accuse him all day long, but in my mind, if you do your investigation and the worst thing that he said was, can you massage the inner part of my thighs, then leave that man alone. That man had a horrible year kicking this last year. Okay, let him figure it out.
I'm looking at a story right here. One of the salons is called ALAM Salon. The reason why he was asked to leave is because he could not stop getting an erection when he was massaged. Nowhere in there does it say he got touched. The massage parlor decided that they were not going to let him come there because he couldn't stop getting a boner.
He's a guy.
He's a guy. Okay, you can't. I don't know, Sheriff. This is ridiculous.
So first of all, everyone's touched on the inner thigh. He's a kicker. His leg is important. First of all, he's not asking for inappropriate touching. He's not touching the employees or the workers inappropriately. Is he? And honestly, right now, Justin Tucker is the real person in HR right now with Goodell, because this could screw his whole career up. This could ruin his Hall of Fame career. Could.
He's going to make a payment. And more of you women keep coming in, because when they make a payment, they divide it up. Y'all don't get the payment each. Yeah. So y'all keep coming in there and making that money smaller for the other people.
I just think
yeah. Go ahead, Sheriff. Go ahead.
I was just going to touch on, it's old news. Statute of limitations, like Hawk just said, it's 13 years ago. Jesus Christ. It's not like he killed somebody. It's not like he beat the shit out of somebody in an elevator. It's not like, he's out here committing felonies.
Shout out Ray Rice.
Leave Justin Tucker alone. He's at the end of his career, and let the man live in peace.
Let me say this. First of all, kickers don't make a lot of money, so I don't know why they coming at him first. So what they gonna get? They're gonna get $25,000 a piece or something? What?
No, come. Justin Tucker's one of the highest paid kickers. Now he got some money. He got one of the highest paid kickers.
Well, I'm talking about compared to like O-line or like a quarterback or running.
But going after Deshaun Watson made more sense, right? Because
100%.
$200 million fully guaranteed.
Thank you. So that makes sense. So my second point is, half of these players, basketball, baseball, football, these athletes need to know what's going on in this world. They acting like they don't watch the news. That Deshaun Watson case should have been an eye opener for all these people. All these athletes going to these therapy sessions, because who better to protect your brand better than yourself? And they got to learn not to put themselves in a position where it can jeopardize their career. So part of that is on them. I mean, they put themselves, because these women, they know these women. And if Justin Tucker knew the first time he got kicked out, or they said something about, I've been like, oh, hold up, this shit can go left. Now that should have been his warning sign. Why keep going back? Because you've seen the Deshaun Watson thing. Why keep going back? And they need to just stop. They need to stop. Hell, he need to have his wife start massaging him, or take some massage therapy classes where she can be his personal massage, because he got the money to do it. So why athletes continue to put themselves in these positions where you give these women some type of power to fuck up your career, even if they lying? They take these women's stories serious. So that's all I got to say about
his whole career.
His
career.
D minus.
Well, I think that I know what you're saying. I agree with you 100%. But the thing about it is, the Deshaun Watson thing happened 2016 or some shit.
Right in the middle of this.
And so the thing about it was, Justin Tucker had already this set came out in 2012. So Justin Tucker actually did this shit first, and the shit just not coming out. So shit makes no sense at all, man. Like they gotta cut this shit out, man.
I mean, they're just cheap. These are the cheaper women. The people that went after Deshaun Watson to do his contract. These are the cheaper women that just they're going after a kicker that doesn't have as much money. And the funny thing is, if you know Yeah, if you know that you have to get an erection every time you get rubbed down. I'm with Kunta. Hire someone private. Tell your wife. Your wife says, I can't rub you like that. Well, babe, every time I rub, I'm not using it, but my dick gets hard. So you go out there and you get you a stripper or something like that rubs you, but don't touch you. There's ways around this.
It is. You got to be smart about that.
Going out and not protect yourself. Hawk, what do you want to say?
I was going to say that stop getting these massages at all these other places.
Right.
The facility.
They offer them, don't they?
For the organization that you are employed by has a massage therapist there. Every NFL, I don't care how bad your team is, every NFL team has that available to them. But during the off season, I know that some of that stuff probably isn't available. So if it happened in the off season, okay. But like, all I know is I would sign up. I would sign up to go to like a salon that's like real, like top flight, where none of that shady business is going on.
What about this, Mike? What if the Baltimore Ravens massage therapist is a guy?
Weird.
Okay, and there are some teams that have guys that do that shit. I'm sure. Okay, no, I'm not getting my shit rubbed by a guy. I don't want to.
Yeah, but you're also talking about a locker room full of alpha males.
Yeah, that's true.
You think those dudes are going to let another dude? And listen, if you're the type of guy that gets erect whenever you get a massage, okay. If a dude is giving you a massage and you're getting that way, listen,
right? Exactly.
We're sending you to HR with D-.
I think we're gonna go to the next segment here. I kind of feel like I'm pushing that risky button right now, and I love doing it. I love doing it, but this next segment's brought to you. Man, getting a little nervous. I'm starting to sweat a little bit. This next segment's brought to you by Burn by Rocky Patel. All right, this segment is presented by Burn by Rocky Patel, located in Battery at Truist Park, open daily from 4 p.m. to midnight, Fridays and Saturdays till 2 a.m. Man, I'm just going to tell you, last night was titty night at Burn. Somebody asked me, why was it titty night?
I wasn't titty night.
It was ladies' night, wasn't it?
Thank you, Kurt. It was not ladies' night, but it was drunk lady night because every woman that was drunk, all three of them, decided they wanted to show titties last night. And one of them, I'm sitting there and I'm talking to my boy LA. The top girl knows LA. And she comes over and taps me on the shoulder. I'm like, yeah. She goes, can I show you my titties? And I went, nah. And I turned back around. LA's I know it was a joke, man. I knew LA was going to cover me. I said no, though. So LA goes, are you titty blocking? I'm like, no. Turned over to him. She goes, look. Shout you out, girl. Burn was a good time last night. I was only there for about 20 minutes. And here's the one thing I know. When titties come out, it's a chain reaction. Because other women are looking, and those women that want to take their titties out, they're just waiting for somebody to go first. And this woman went all the way to her chin and slapped them side to side. They was
wow.
Okay, so yeah, titties went out last night. Fun looking.
So they didn't get kicked out enough for the indecent exposure that
this is the best part. Luann is the manager. She's the only female manager there. And she's on last night. You know what she did? She turned around and walked in the humidor. That's it. What happens in the humidor ain't happening out there. I'm fine with that. Why can't we look at titties, Kunta?
I mean, it's looking. I mean, That was drunk though.
They were really drunk. They were extremely
I'm
drunk.
surprised the security guard or the bouncer didn't get him up out of there. You know, I'm just
Well,
saying.
we know the security guard. That's Jeremy, man. He got to let us look first. Like when I say there was absolutely no problems, there was no problem. Nobody tried to run at him. When the titties went back in, they just all went back to drinking and smoking. It was over. You know, a couple high fives.
Oh, okay.
You know, all the girls were high fiving each other, and you know, it was a.
Ain't nothing wrong with a good time.
Yeah, it was a short, quick time. Like if you was in the bathroom peeing and you shook 3 times, you missed that shit, all of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh well, I didn't miss it. I was right up in that shit. The Bengals contract with Paycor Stadium. I don't even understand this shit. The Bengals contract with Paycor Stadium is up in 2026. And the Bengals want to upgrade as they have been in the stadium for 25 years. So the new stadium will be sponsored by blank and called blank. I'm going to go to the sheriff first. I just got a feeling here.
You know, the Bengals aren't going to get a new stadium. Cincinnati already said no. So their new stadium is going to be called the Edward Jones Dome in St. Louis.
He says they're going to move. And by the way, just so y'all know, this is really on the table. The city of Cincinnati says they're not sure they want to invest another 10 years in a losing football program.
Wow.
Now, wait a minute. Do you know who else? Do you know who else plays at Paycor? The Cincinnati Reds.
No.
Don't they? No, they don't. No, they don't. No, they don't. They play in that circle. My bad.
Ballpark, yeah.
They play Great American. That's wrong. My bad. My bad. I'm sitting there thinking, man, if you're going to keep the Reds, why are you going to get rid of the Bengals? I mean, they're relevant and everything. Hawk, what's the answer we're looking for here?
Oh man, you know, I thought about relocation too, and prior to Trump being president, I thought we might have an NFL team in Mexico, but there ain't no damn way now. So we might have to bring back. Let's ship him out to Oakland.
No, there's enough teams out there already. I heard that one too, by the way. My answer is with Charles. You're staying at Paycor, man. You're not moving. I don't think that they're gonna get rid of the Bengals. But I think you're stuck in that same stadium. I don't think they want to spend no money. Kuta.
So I'm with you guys, but they've been talking about like New York, but like y'all said, they're not going nowhere. But it's gonna be called Hamilton County Stadium because they requesting they putting a squeeze on them. So it's estimated as $1.25 billion of renovation. So they want it renovated. So I think Hamilton County go take over and call it the Hamilton County Stadium. So that's what I can get out of this.
All right, I did read that too. D-. What's the answer we're looking for here?
Man, the Borough Stadium, man. Look, they're not going nowhere. They finna invest everything in Borough, man, and Chase. That organization's gonna be around. That's gonna be the Borough Stadium. Watch what I tell you. They're gonna rename the stadium after Borough. Watch.
Joe said, "I'll take it. Make it right. Call it Big Money Joe Stadium." Sacramento Kings star De'Aaron Fox, man, I got you. I
ain't going there. We can stop. We're not going there. They're not going there.
Hold on. Let me do it. There you go. First one in 2025. I actually am in agreement with D-, and he hasn't even said it yet. Sacramento Kings star De'Aaron Fox will finish this year in a San Antonio Spurs uniform. That's my answer. D-, tell them why we're right.
Because I got inside information. Somebody from San Antonio called me and they said, "Hey D, we gonna get him." I said, "How you know?" He said, "Cause he want to come anyway."
He does.
So bam, De'Aaron Fox going straight to San Antonio Spurs, baby. Mark my word.
Okay, I'm going to put a little real information in there. Not that his ain't real, but a couple facts. San Antonio already has 2 draft lottery picks, okay, with a third one possible. So they have 9 picks to deal with. So they have what's called draft capital.
Yep.
And the fact that Fox wants to go play with Wemby, it's gonna cost San Antonio a player, though. I'm not sure who.
Yeah, I know.
But it's gonna cost them a starter and probably 2 or 3 picks. but I really like where this is going right here. Hawk, what do you got?
You know, I think I'm right there as well. You know, we were talking about the Patriots earlier.
Look at this.
Haven't really done.
Keep talking, Mike. I'm gonna keep his face up there. Keep going.
Yeah, we were talking about the Patriots earlier in a historic franchise. San Antonio's a historic franchise. They haven't done much as of late, so this might be a push in the right direction. So,
yeah.
Okay, how about you, Sheriff?
You know, he's going to Texas, and it's not the Rockets, that's for sure. He's gonna go down to the Spurs, the Big Poppy, and they're gonna get a good deal. And the Spurs,
I'm gonna pee myself.
Spurs they're gonna go on a run.
Wow. Oh man, if Fox goes to San Antonio, that's over. If this actually happens, that's a team that can actually compete with Boston, 100%. Kuta, where everybody wants to know, where do you think De'Aaron Fox is going? 49ers?
Don't say fucking Lakers. He gonna say Lakers.
First of all, I need all y'all motherfuckers to wake up.
All of us are wrong.
Man, that Sacramento ain't fin. They got, like y'all said, they got to give up a whole lot to get him over there. I mean, it only makes sense. I mean, he gonna end up in a Hawks uniform with Trey. I'm trying to tell y'all because they need help over there. And you don't think Atlanta looking at that, they finna get DeAndre, he need help over there. And it makes more sense. Hawks ain't got to give up a lot. And then the cap space is more for him to get more money over there. So it makes more sense to go there. It's like y'all said, San Antonio, y'all got to sell our lung, heart, leg, all that to get them over there.
Not really, cool. Not really. We got draft picks.
Really.
And the thing about it is we got draft picks and we got young players that we can trade off for that, man. So
are y'all willing to give up all that, like the kitchen sink for somebody?
Hell yeah.
I would give up a starter and 2 picks.
With your heart, I know y'all want him over there, but I don't think he's going. It makes sense, but how it is.
Popovich ain't got much longer, man. It's time to make a run there. I really think with when Wemby's playing right now, you got to do something to make that run now. Because you can see he's actually trending up. Speaking of trending up and down, Tyreek Hill wants out of Miami, and he will start the year in a what uniform, Mr. Hawk?
For being a crybaby and wanting to get out, I'm going to send them to football exile. Send them to the Carolina Panthers.
I like it. Along the same reasons, you left, and I'm not a Kansas City Chief fan. You left Kansas City for a bag. I'm going to reward you with another bag. It's called the New England Patriots. Sheriff, what you got?
I can actually see.
I want him to freeze.
I can see him going to Buffalo or one of the New York teams. Honestly, he can make a difference, and he'll cry his way to get some money. Because he'll be chasing that ring still.
Facts. D-.
Well, you think? What y'all think? You going straight there, baby?
Oh man,
No.
No, can't do that.
Pickens and Hill.
No, but I'm look, guys. I'm just messing with y'all, but I'm praying they do. But I agree with Charles. I think that Josh Allen needs some help. I think that Buffalo will probably be the best fit for him, being that Josh Allen is a slinger. I would say Buffalo probably the best one, or Oakland. I mean, Raiders, whatever. So.
Yeah, I'm if I'm doing reality, I'm pretty sure it's Buffalo. Kuta, where do you think he's going? Go ahead, get your plowed in there.
Come on, 49. Don't say this shit.
No. We don't want him. We don't. We got enough issues as it is right now.
Oh, you saving your money for your kicker, right?
No, right. There you go. One who don't go to the massage therapist. So anyway, I'm with the whole his ass. So I mean, now he's on social media talking about he want Pat Mahomes to get his 3rd ring. Now he on a Pat Mahomes train after he left Kansas City and just dragged him talking about Tua is the better thrower than Pat Mahomes. Now he's saying Pat Mahomes, he rooting for him now. Come on, man. Send this motherfucker to Chicago. That's where he's going.
Chicago.
He's going to Chicago.
Wow. We read that one
Wow.
wrong, Hawk.
Yeah.
All right. Well, this last one here, and D minus hasn't got to play yet. So I kind of turned my game around where I'm making a challenge inside of fill in the blanks. And today's a Super Bowl. We did Super Bowl last week, so I made new questions. There's going to be 2 questions for all, 1 tiebreaker, and 1 question for each person. If a person gets their question wrong, the person immediately to their left gets a chance to answer it, and so far around. So Sheriff goes to Hawk, Hawk goes to Kunta, Kunta goes to minus, minus goes to Sheriff.
Mike, wouldn't Hawk go to D minus?
Yes.
And then D minus.
Oh, yeah. I was going in a circle. Okay, we're going to do this. We're going to go counterclockwise. Okay? The person to your left. Here's the order. Sheriff, Hawk, Kunta, minus. All right, Sheriff, you are first.
All right.
Hey, it's up to you guys to find cheaters. I'm looking at the paper. If you see hands going down, you want to call a cheater out, it's your game. I'm just the host here.
So we just
if you want to call a cheater,
we got to make questions.
No, you got to answer the question I have for you. And
Okay.
it's only for the sheriff. This one's only for the sheriff. What is the date for this year's Super Bowl?
February 9th, 2025.
All right, so he gets a point. I didn't think he was going to pay attention to that. I probably did that. All right, Kunta.
I get no love.
You want to lose your fucking point? I gave you I gave you a
That's
freebie
crazy.
and you're bitching? Mike.
No.
Hawk, watch this, Hawk. Hawk, watch this.
Oh, yeah, it's coming.
Watch this, Hawk.
King Kunta. What team has played in 4 Super Bowls but never held a lead?
But never held a lead.
That's a good question.
Thank you. It's not that hard. It's hard, but it's not that hard.
It's hard. He can't do harder than that hard. It's either hard or not. Let's go there. Let's start there.
Wait till you see your next one.
Yeah. So what? Could you repeat the question again?
Absolutely. What team has played in 4 Super Bowls but never held a lead?
The New England Patriots.
That is it. They won a Super Bowl. Okay, so to your left is D minus. Sorry, Hawk, you're last on this one. D minus, you want to try to steal a point?
Buffalo Bills.
That is incorrect. Charles, do you want to try to steal a point?
And you said it's 4 years, correct?
What team has played in 4 Super Bowls
Or 4
but
Super
never held a lead? Ever.
I would say
The Hawk knows. I can feel it.
it's not. I'm just going to throw out the Minnesota Vikings.
That is absolutely correct. So now the sheriff has 2 points. It is the Minnesota Vikings. All right, this question is for all people. Okay, and I'm going to let's see who was next here. Sheriff Kunta. D minus, you're going to go first. And it's going to go around. So Kunta, you're last. You will have the hardest one. What 4 teams have never been to a Super Bowl? D minus, take one off.
What 4 teams have never been to a Super Bowl?
Never been to a Super Bowl. 4 teams. You get to take one off. Make it easy. Make it hard.
Shit. I would say never been to Super Bowl. Wow. Cleveland Browns.
Cleveland Browns is absolutely correct. 1 point for D minus. Sheriff, take another one off.
The Detroit Lions.
Detroit Lions is absolutely right. Sheriff has 3 points right now and has a significant lead. Only 2 teams left, Hawk. Can you really put Kunta in a hole?
The Houston Texans.
Houston, Texas is absolutely correct. Kunta, can you score the last point and make the panel sweep this question? The Cleveland Browns, the Detroit Lions, and the Houston Texans. What other team has never been to the Super Bowl?
Miami Dolphins.
That is incorrect. It is the Jacksonville Jaguars. All right, D minus. What team has played in the most Super Bowls? Be careful. It's a trick question.
I know. That's a trick question, man.
That's why I gave it to you.
Has played, not won, but played in the most Super Bowls.
All it says has played in the most Super Bowls.
Is it Dallas?
It is not Dallas. Sheriff, that is going to be a chance for you to steal another point.
I would say the most Super Bowls, New England Patriots.
That is absolutely correct. I think the Sheriff's going to win his first game. Just letting you all know, I have a feeling here. Hawk, your one question. How much does the Lombardi Trophy weigh?
God damn it.
I know you're a fat guy. I had to deal with facts because the other ones are too easy for you.
We just talked about that shit too.
We did.
We did. As a matter of fact, they even talked about it last week in the pregame stuff.
Yeah, I heard. Yeah, I did. Yep.
Okay. Did. I actually have no clue, so I'm just going to throw a weight out there. Let's say 8.5 pounds.
That is incorrect. Kuta, you have a chance to steal a point.
I say probably about 50 pounds.
That is incorrect as well.
50
D-.
pounds.
God damn. Justin Tucker ain't picking that up. D-, you want to take a stab at this? Try to steal a point.
22. Just going to take
22 is incorrect. Sheriff, if you don't get this right, I'm going to give the point to the person that was the closest.
Is it 7.5?
It is 7.5 pounds.
Damn,
obviously,
I was close.
Somebody knows his trivia on history. All right, this is the last one. There are 5. Name the 5 teams that each have one Super Bowl win. Kuta, I'm going to let you go first.
The 5 teams that what?
There are 5 teams that have one Super Bowl win and only one. Name a team.
Shit. Is no, it can't be Tampa. They want to. Is it Miami Dolphins?
Miami Dolphins is incorrect. D-, name a team with one Super Bowl win.
I think Baltimore only had one, right? Baltimore.
That is incorrect. Sheriff, name a team that has one Super Bowl win.
The New Orleans Saints.
Saints is absolutely correct for 5 points total. Sheriff, Hawk, to come in second place, can you name one team?
The Seattle Seahawks.
That is absolutely correct. It goes with the
Got
Jets.
that wrong.
The Seahawks is correct. The Jets, the Bears, and the Eagles are the other ones. Let's go into our next segment. Congratulations to the Sheriff on winning today's Fill in the Blank Challenge. Let's go and check out this Spice It Up.
How many did Baltimore have? 2?
Yep, 2.
Yes, 2.
I don't remember 1. Okay.
They won 2001 and then the year.
Trent Dilfer.
Trent Dilfer, baby.
Yeah.
Everybody figure it's about my boy Trent.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So I've been missing the last couple of Spice It Up segments, man. I ain't been here in a couple weeks, but this week I'm back. I got this week Spice It Up top 5 brought to you by Spice It Up. I want to name the top 5 greatest or baddest groups in wrestling of all time. Now, I'm talking about like DX or somebody like that. I'm talking about that, but I don't know what you're talking about. DMX, DC. I don't know what that was.
Exactly.
Like, DMX. Who the hell is that? I mean, I know who DMX is, but I'm saying like in wrestling, you know. But
yeah, I don't know what I did there.
But top 5 baddest or greatest groups of all time. Man.
Let's get this first. Where's Joe this week? Is Joe anywhere?
Joe's not nowhere this week.
Okay.
I haven't even I gotta communicate with him, man. I'll probably get with him sometime today. I've been kind of busy, so I hadn't had scoop on stuff. I'll get that for you next week.
But we do have one announcement to make as far as Spice It Up goes. You know how me and D Minus do that college game day every year? We got that big ass TV out there and all them people.
Yes, sir.
We have found out that Spice It Up is going to be one of our vendors next year because
Yes,
we're going to
sir.
have 5 food trucks at every event, and I cannot wait to have
Yes, sir.
Spice It Up because every time I go to Joe, motherfuckers out of meat. Now I'm going to be there first. So fuck y'all. I'm finna get my shit. What's that?
You gonna be there? You gonna be there for the meat?
I'm gonna be there for the meat pause. See, I got you. I'm on it, Kunta. You ain't getting me today. I'm on to you. This week's top five baddest groups in professional wrestling ever. D Minus, start us off. Who you got at number 5?
Number 5. Well, I'm gonna do an honor mention first. The honor mention was APA. I don't know if y'all knew APA was, but that's my honor mention. But that was Ron Simmons and
Bradshaw.
John Bradshaw.
Yeah. They was like security. Man, they would come in and beat your ass. They used to hire them to go and take care of some problems.
They were really just gamblers and drinkers and security for hire.
Right.
Yep.
So, but my number 5, I gotta go with my boy The Shield right now. I know they pretty high on the list, but The Shield, number 5. When they came in, they destroyed everything in sight, man. I like The Shield at number 5.
All right, so my number 5. Oh, sorry, Kunta. I keep forgetting Kunta's in the middle there. I keep thinking he's in HR.
Yeah.
Yeah, damn.
So, I got
Hi,
the
Christy.
corporation.
That's
The
Chastity.
corporation. Y'all remember the corporation?
The corporation,
I
yeah.
do remember
yeah,
the corporation.
Yeah, man. Cool. Big man. Yep. All them. Simon Carter. All them was in there.
I do remember them.
Boss
my,
man.
my number 5 is the New Age Outlaws, Road Dogg and Billy Gunn.
New Age? Okay.
Yeah,
like
the
New Age.
the New Age Outlaws. I was a Billy Gunn fan. I don't know why. It just seems like that was a cool name. He just looked cool. Hawk, what you got number 5?
My number 5 is Evolution, which was Rick. It was Ric Flair, Triple H, and Randy Orton, and it was
Let's go.
and it was the past, the present, and the future. So Ric Flair was the past, Triple H was the present, and Randy Orton was the future. And that's 3 Hall of Famers.
Facts.
Yep.
That's cool. And I didn't know that one. I didn't know the Evolution.
Yeah, they was nice. That was
Sure.
Randy Orton's young too. Randy Orton's young.
Yeah.
Then, man.
Yeah.
Sheriff, who you got number 5?
So I don't know if you remember the corporate ministry. That was huge, and they were straight.
Yeah.
They gave 0 shits. I mean, matter of fact, they kidnapped Stephanie and put her on
Yeah.
the Undertaker symbol. And
Yep. Yeah.
D minus. Who do you got number 4? Brought to you by Spice It Up.
Number 4, hey man, the Bloodline. The Bloodline, man, have been wrecking shit for the last 5-6 years now, probably longer than that now, man. And then the new Bloodline is even worse. So I got the Bloodline at number 4.
At number 4, I got who you had at number 5. I got the Shield, Drew McIntyre, and Mr. Ziggler.
That's
Go
not
to.
the Shield.
The Shield, Drew
That was
McIntyre,
the
and Ziggler.
No, that's not the Shield.
Look at that.
The Shield was Roman Reigns, Dean
Dean
Ambrose,
Ambrose,
and
and
Seth
Seth
Rollins.
See, I need to stay out of these wrestling top 5.
You talking about but that was a group you're talking about.
Who was I thought it was McIntyre. And
That
Ziggler.
was 3MB, right?
Yeah, 3MB.
3-man. And then they had Jinder Mahal in that as well.
Heath Slater.
There you go.
All right. See, appreciate the crutch there, helping your boy out. Who you got at number 4, King Kunta?
My list is old school. I got the Hart Foundation.
I remember
Hart
them.
and the British Bulldog. Remember them? Yeah.
Owen Hart.
I do remember them. Hawk, who you got number 4?
Number 4 for me, I originally had the 4 Horsemen, but I crossed them out and I put in the Nation of Domination.
Nation Domination.
And so that one it was groundbreaking at the time because like it was in a time period of WWE TV where there wasn't many like people of color, specifically black people on TV. And they created this whole group of black people. Right. and they got a ton of TV time. They were hated by everyone, and they were beating the crap out of everyone. So, legendary.
It was a good group.
Trivia question: who's the leader of Nation Domination?
Farouk.
You halfway right, but halfway wrong because it was The Rock. He took over.
Oh yeah, but originally it was Farouk because The Rock, the Rock wasn't in the original conception of the Nation Domination.
Yeah.
Rocky Maivia.
Yeah. Got good.
All right, Sheriff, who you got number 4?
So, back in the day, WWE had something, I don't even remember what it was called. I think it was called Tough Enough. And then there was this group called Nexus.
Don't say that.
Oh,
Man, they
hell no.
Listen, every week they caused fucking havoc.
They did, but I ain't man. Hell no, they not top 5. But no.
they're not even top 10.
Poor Sheriff.
Let's put some in there.
I thought you were gonna call the what was the green guys? They use the like the cheerleader guy. What was that name?
Oh yeah,
The Spirit Squad.
The Spirit Squad. That's like saying the Spirit Squad. Like
right. Right.
All right, D-Minus, what do you got number 3? Brought to you by Spice It Up, baddest groups in professional wrestling.
Number 3, you cannot have this on the list if you ain't got these guys on the list, man. DX changed the whole goddamn game.
That's what I was trying to rate. I was trying to rate DX, not DMX.
DX, man, you got Triple H, you got Road Dogg, you had you had X-Pac, you had all you, man, they was the shit, man. DX was causing havoc. HBK.
I knew I was close. I just had too many letters in there. Okay. King Kuja, who you got number 3?
D-Generation X. And he missed one person. Mike Tyson was in that group too.
Sure was.
For a minute,
And Shawn Michaels.
Yeah, Shawn Michaels. Yep.
At number 3, it was back in the 80s. They were called the Superpowers, Dusty Rhodes and Nikita Koloff. I got them.
Yeah.
Mr. Hawk, at number 3, who do you got?
Number 3 for me, King Kunta already said it, but the Hart Foundation. The Hart Foundation, just if you were, what people don't realize is like there's actually like a Hart Dungeon, which is like a wrestling school that you have to graduate in order to be considered part of the Hart Foundation. Right. Modern day wrestler today, Natalia is the daughter of Jim Neidhart, who was one of the members of the Hart Foundation. She's actually the only female to ever graduate from the Hart Dungeon. So,
yep, that's true.
Very cool. D-Minus, we're getting up there now. We're at number 2.
Man,
who's
you
your
gotta
number
go.
2 brought to you by Spice It Up?
Sweet NWO, baby. Look, NWO and DX had a little WCW WWE rivalry, man. NWO caused a lot of problems for a lot of people, man. And then they had so many members, they had to branch off and name one of them the Wolf Pack. It was the red, and then it was the black and white. NWO, baby. Too sweet. Number 2, baby. Yes, sir.
King Kuta, who do you got number 2? This is a good segment right now. I'm learning a lot of stuff. A lot.
NWO not my number 2. So my number 2 was the Four Horsemen.
4 Horsemen, baby.
Yeah, everybody had Sting, Sid Vicious, Ric Flair, all Arn Anderson, Anderson. Man, come on, that group.
Arn Anderson.
They was fucking everybody up. The Four Horsemen.
Facts.
Number 2.
At number 2, and I did a little research because my favorite guy was The Undertaker. So I'm going to go with the Brothers of Destruction. How can you beat The Undertaker with Kane? I mean, that's a pretty big – there's a lot of meat in that ring. That's all I can say right there, Paul.
They killed a lot of people. They
did. The Brothers of Destruction was pretty cool. Hawk, what you got number 2?
You know, my parents can vouch for this. Because of this group, I was sent to the principal's office, and and I may have been suspended from elementary school at one point, which is largely unheard of. because of DX.
Yeah.
They do the whole suck it, and every kid that grew up in the Attitude Era was repeating everything that they saw on TV. And if you flash back to the scantily clad women of the time, kids in elementary school had no business watching wrestling, but we were watching it. Okay, DX is my number 2. They changed the game.
Yeah, they did.
All right, Sheriff, who do you got number 2?
All right, so you skipped me for number 3. I had the Hart Foundation at 3, and
Oh,
then I also had DX at number 2. I mean, they were just everybody wanted to be part of the DX army. I
Oh, yeah.
mean, it was there was crotch chops, there was suckets. I mean, I think I even got suspended in middle school myself. for
Not
saying-
you.
yeah.
Not you. With
I told
your
my teacher to
outstanding
suck
political
it.
upbringing.
I told my teacher to suck it, and I got an earful from my dad.
I bet you
Damn.
did. All right, it is that time. Spice It Up has brought it to us, the top 5 baddest groups in professional wrestling. D-. Who is
Man.
number 1?
Ric Flair, Telly Blanchard, Arn Anderson, Ole Anderson. Then you had Barry Windham, Dean Malenko. Man, Four Horsemen had Four Horsemen had the longest group ever because they kept recreating it, man. So it was like 10-year stretch. There was Four Horsemen that ruled WCW back in the day. Four Horsemen, my number 1 baddest group of all time, baby.
King Kuta, who's your baddest group of all time?
NWO, man.
NWO.
That's my number 1. Took that shit to school. Me and the group, we was running around wreaking havoc on people. Like playing wrestling in the hallway. We all went to the office. We would go to the studio, and we had other people that want to join us because what that NWO effect it spilled over to everything. We was for like hell. I'm still NWO for life.
Yeah.
Shit.
This
That's
was
my
the
number
only
1.
one I didn't have to do any research on because when I was younger, I didn't follow wrestling, but I knew how to say suck it. It came out, the Generation X. I mean, that's when I actually got into wrestling, watched a little bit here and there. Before that, I didn't even know, but these guys going around going, suck it. And I'm like, what is this about, guys? We're playing baseball. No, you got to go check this out. And then every time I did something good, hey, suck it. And it was just cool. Degeneration X, I think they brought a lot of energy to wrestling.
DC, and all on that, it's been in bowling. Bowling been coming out with
I'm
with
saying.
a sit like that, man. So
Yeah. And you know what? Tomorrow, at some point, in honor of Degeneration X, I'm going to give them one.
I know, right? Give
on
it
the
to him,
lane,
DC.
just to bring it back one time. Hawk, who do you got at number 1? We have. There it is. He went and got a
For life.
Yeah.
The NWO changed the game
Yeah.
Oh,
they did.
Oh yeah.
across the entire wrestling landscape.
It did.
They rivaled DX. They almost successfully put the WWE out of business during the
Yeah,
Attitude Era.
They
did.
tried. Yeah, they
They
tried.
did.
They were close.
They did.
They were close.
They really was.
So they say that WCW beat WWE in ratings for 83 consecutive weeks because of the NWO.
Yeah.
No one beats WWE in ratings ever.
Right.
No one has done it since the NWO. Okay.
Yeah.
Today they still sell NWO shirts like crazy. I mean, obviously I have one. They sell them at shows. People talk about it. There was multiple versions of it, like D- was talking about earlier. You had the Wolfpack led by Kevin Nash.
Yeah, Wolfpack.
Yep.
Yeah.
Black and Red. Plus, on top of that, the entrance music is just fire.
Yep.
The whole way. So that's my number 1. Easy pick.
Sheriff, who is number 1 in your world baddest wrestling team ever?
For life. NWO. I mean, hell, it was almost its own brand. I think at one point they were seriously considering making it like its own wrestling brand, and then it kind of it did get a little carried away towards the end of the WCW run because like everybody like it almost seemed like the whole WCW was in the NWO, but they were revolutionary. Hogan, Nash, Hall.
Scott Hall, yeah.
I mean,
but you know when Hogan came back to WCW and he joined the NWO, that is one of the most real life like heel turns. Like people were throwing stuff into the ring at Hogan.
Yeah,
they were so mad at him.
Was full, boy.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was
like,
he was
if you go back and watch the video, you could see Mean Gene Okerlund in the ring interviewing Hogan, asking what he just done, and they're both getting pelted by trash, by cups, by everything. Like it was real. Like people were very, very mad at Hogan for that. So yeah, that's a big deal.
D-
ever.
D-. Would you kind of be interested in being called out at the bowling alley and doing wrestling things? I know a guy to call you out.
Oh yeah.
We might have to talk about that.
All right.
We might talk about that. Okay, Get Money's
good list, guys. Good list, guys.
Oh, great list. Appreciate y'all letting me play with y'all because Anyways, hey, Kuntz has been in HR a lot. And we decided, me and D- together, that it was time for him to have his own segment. So I gave him a week, okay? And this is what he come up with. This is Hot Ashes, sponsored by Blue Moon Pizza.
Really good pizza.
No, right? Hey guys, this segment is sponsored by Blue Moon Pizza, guys. Y'all seen the video, located at 2359 Windy Hill Road shopping center. They specialize in pizzas, subs, sandwiches, all type of Italian flavor. If you dine in, mention BFAM 109.6 to receive 10% off. 10% off, guys. Or call them at 770-984-2444 for delivery. All right, as you know, this segment is sponsored by the segment is called Hot Ashes. What this segment is, this is a new segment, guys, for us to play along with, give our opinion if the topic is hot or it's just ashes. So what I do, I'll read out the first. I got 3 topics, and we can all elaborate on it and give you a reason why it's hot or ashes. So you can pull me back out full screen, and I can read the first segment, first topic. And you guys ready for this? This is new, so it's gonna get better as the time frame gets going. So my first topic is Travis Kelce one of the best all-time tight ends, even ahead of Gronk? Give me
Ash.
Okay, DC, go first.
Ash.
Why?
Oh,
why is it Ash?
Oh, I thought if I didn't want to talk about it, it was Ash. I just got out. Ash.
Oh.
Nobody gives a fuck about fucking Travis Swift.
Yeah.
I would say Ash myself. And I'm gonna say because I don't think that he is one of the greatest one. I actually like Tony Gonzalez as being the best tight end of all time. Now you said Grunt and Travis Kelce. I like Tony Gonzalez, so I say Ash, man.
Okay. All right, Sheriff.
I actually really liked Travis Kelce before he got with Taylor. I mean, because I always had him in my fantasy, and every year he would just quietly be the best tight end. But I think this is 100% Ash right now. Taylor made him very unpopular and overrated.
Yeah.
What you think?
Yeah, I'm with you guys on that. I'm actually with D-. I have crazy amounts of love for Tony Gonzalez.
Oh yeah.
That dude was something different. And then even when his career was like basically over and he went to Atlanta, he still played well in Atlanta,
Yep.
you know. And I just remember playing on. I used to play that NFL 2K5 on my Xbox, and the Kansas City Chiefs with Eddie Kennison at receiver. Bro, I was throwing the ball to Tony Gonzalez every single play with Trent Green. So you knew what time it was if I had Trent Green at quarterback. But anyway, yeah, I don't give that any like real consideration because like Travis Kelce has never like really known what it's like to struggle from an NFL
Facts.
Franchise standpoint. You're talking about. I look at guys like Dallas Clark who are blue collar type of guys. You know, Dallas Clark, Tony Gonzalez fits that bill.
Jason Witten.
I used to love who's the guy that the Chargers had forever.
Antonio Gates, man. That's my favorite tight end.
Yeah. Those are guys that I think of that I grew up with watching and stuff, you know. And so Antonio Gates was awesome. There's just like a lot of tight ends, and I wouldn't, of all the guys that I mentioned, I wouldn't put Travis Kelce above any of those guys.
Yeah.
Facts. And so this thing though, because Kelce and Gronk been hot right now, especially Gronk winning Super Bowls. He won 3 with New England Patriots and 1 with Tampa Bay. So I think his name will forever resign, and everybody mentioned when they talking about tight ends. So you know, Gronk won 4 Super Bowls. You know, Travis Kelce won with 3. Yeah. So but in postseason, Kelce leads in yards and touchdowns and stuff. So I think it's ashes too, but the only thing that I'll put Gronk over Kelce is because Gronk he was a not only a good tight end, he was a blocker too. He blocks well too, so I would give him the edge over Kelce on that matter. So I'll agree with you guys. This topic is ashes. Topic 2, my next topic. I don't know if anybody else want to elaborate on or anything you got to say about that. All right, so my next topic. I know you guys watched First Take some point in time. So Marty called. I don't know if y'all noticed Stephen A. Smith nickname when Molly called him. She called him S.A. So I did a little dig in the backstory. S.A. really Molly was taking a shot at Stephen A. Because of the allegation she anonymously filed on him, calling him a sexual assault. So what do you guys think on that topic right there? Is this a hot topic or is it an ash topic? D-.
It's ash, man, because I think they had a relation. Man, look, they've been fucking ever since Jalen Rose was messing with her, man. So I don't hear that shit. This is straight ash. I ain't still straight ash.
Chef, what's up? What you got?
No, I really don't like Stephen A. Smith at all.
Screaming A. Smith. It's called Screaming A. Smith. I like what
I do not like him. I think he's very overrated, and it's, a lot of it is for publicity and entertainment purposes. I'm assuming, but it's ash because just he's trash.
DC, what you got for me?
I'm gonna tell you, this is news. This is news because we all know they fucking. We all think they fucking. Right. But now that she made this anonymous allegation, we gonna find out if they fucking finally. Right. You know after all these years of her looking at him and winking at him and smiling at him, I watched that show religiously, and I'm not a Stephen A. fan. But I am a Molly fan. I love the way she looks at him and tries to pretend like she ain't sucking that dick. Right. You know she is. Because whenever he says anything like a little bit derogatory, she immediately goes into wife mode.
Man, poor Jalen Rose. I hate it for Jalen Rose, man.
Man, poor Jalen Rose, my ass, man. He was getting some of that. Jalen Rose, poor Jalen Rose. He should have put a leash on that shit.
Oh, what you got for me? Oh,
I'm with both of those dudes. Like, listen, men get this rap for being like, oh, there's a pretty girl over there, so men are horn dogs. Yes, that is true. But at the same time, these girls are out there trying to get it too.
Facts.
Look at. Why don't you grab your TV remote and turn over to Fox Sports and see what Joy Taylor's talking about, because she's got her whole mix of stuff going on right now too, right? And Molly has been talking to Stephen A. Smith for the better part of 3 years about, like, when he's doing something, she moms him. She tells him, "Hey, stop doing that," or chill out. Exactly. Yep. See, she knows.
Shout out to one of our favorite females.
Mm-hmm.
That's Mrs. Hawk right there.
Mrs. Hawk.
All right.
And anyway, yeah, women do the same thing, and that's why you got that big scandal over at Fox Sports right now with Joy Taylor. Yep. They're all doing the same thing. Molly has been doing. You could just tell by the way that she interacts with Stephen A. Smith. You didn't even have to say that they were messing around. Right. Everyone knew just by, because you can tell when you, like, look at people's chemistry or the way that they interact with each other. You know what's going on. And you could sit in that chair and you can lie to the national TV audience all day long about, oh, there's nothing going on, blah, blah, blah. Bro, we're not 15 years old anymore, okay? We're not just flirting with girls to flirt with them. We're all grown, have kids, all that stuff, you know? So it's like, we know what it looks like because we've been there ourselves. Mm-hmm. Dude has been smashing for 3 years, okay? It is what it is.
Do you think, you know how Stephen A. is? You know how Stephen A. is. Do you think he'll own up to it? That's the biggest thing. When he gets allegations towards him, I do think he's just going to say, come on, Molly, you know.
Yeah, and I think it's one of those things where, as y'all recently, I think it's one of the things where Stephen A. got what he got from her, and now she's upset with it because now you can see the animosity between them two on the show. Yeah, like she try to overtalk him, try to make him. She try to over debate with him, and I think Stephen A. cut it off. And I think because sometimes when Stephen A. When I remember one episode when Stephen A. was talking about, well, she brought it up about Stephen A. new contract. She wish she get to negotiate. I mean, it's jealousy, and this one of the reasons why some women can't be on a male dominant sports show, because you got to deal with all these type of emotions. You got to deal with stuff. You got to be more. You got to lower your sensitivity level down for them. You know, you got to watch what you say.
Plus, Molly's put on a little weight too, so Stephen A's let her know about that little weight. I think he kicked her to the curb because she put on a little weight.
And another thing, and before you go to the next topic, you can't fire her because she's gonna tell it all. So.
I mean,
that's just a lot of dirt.
It wouldn't matter, would it? I mean, be honest.
Yeah,
if Molly came out there and told us all that they've been fucking right after every show, we'd be going, and we actually think that's going on, don't we?
Oh, we already know what's going on, but it's going his credibility gonna go right down the drain. So he got hush because he's very, very, very private in his life.
He is. So yeah,
we'll see.
I've said about that, but we all know.
Yeah, interesting. That's definitely not trash. That's definitely.
That's a hot topic to me.
That's a hot topic.
Yeah. All right. So topic 3, last topic. I don't know, y'all. I didn't even know she still played, you know. But Brittany Griner is leaving the Phoenix Mercury. She been with for a her first team, you know, like 11 years, in Russian imprisonment to sign with the Atlanta Dream right here in the A-Town, guys. What y'all think about that?
She's finally joining up with all the rest of the lesbians out here in Atlanta. Congratulations, you got a fucking queen now.
Tell us how you really feel, DC.
I don't even know. I went and looked at the Atlanta Dream Team. I don't even see where she fits.
I think that this is a hot topic. I'm gonna tell you why. Atlanta Dream is up there now because she still can average 20 points a game. And Atlanta Dream was a young team. They got some good players out there. Brittany Griner gonna bring some shit to Atlanta. It's gonna be a contender now. This is a hot topic. I like it.
We're gonna come back to that statement. I'm gonna save that video.
Yeah, because it's coming. Yeah. All right, Sheriff, what you got, Sheriff?
You know, I was surprised by this because, you know, thinking about the type of player that she is and the style that she plays, you know, kind of like how DC said, where's she gonna fit in there? Is she going to be too overzealous? You know, I'm kind of curious how this does play out. So I don't think this is Ash. I think this is a hot topic.
Yeah.
Especially, you know, with the WNBA, how it's being revived from, all the new incoming players from Caitlin Clark to I can't remember the girl from Chicago,
Angel Reese.
Angel Reese. Yeah, I keep forgetting her name.
How can
all
you forget her name? Shit.
I'm
all
saying.
these other female players and
I'll
never
forget
forget
Caitlin
her.
Clark. I'll forget Caitlin Clark before I forget Angel Reese. Just being
Yeah.
honest.
how all these WNBA players are just they're making their own statement for their own league. So I'm curious how this does play out. I will give it to her. She's not being woe is me from being where she was locked up in the prison for the year that she was in Russia. But hot topic. And this does make Atlanta a legit contender now,
Hell
too.
yeah. Damn sure is.
Trash. She's trash. All right, great job, Kunther. That's a great segment, man. We're going to go to our next segment here, the NFL Rundown, 6-game parlay. Well, we're kind of at the end of the NFL. It's not really a 6-game parlay, brought to you by Metro Cooling Heating. You can call Mike at 470-694-6225. All right, guys, it's about that time. We got to give it up. Let's go ahead and congratulate our NFL winner this year, Mr. D-. D-, okay, you got a couple claps. I'm all right with that. D-, anybody you want to thank for this win. And please comment on this whole Parlay King thing that the NFL's done.
No, I'm not gonna leave the parlay thing to my brother. But anyway, I really want to thank one particular fan that motivated me to make my picks like serious. I want to thank the sheriff because
Oh my God.
he actually beat me in college, and I said this boy will never beat me again. So he motivated me to make my NFL picks seriously. So I even hate he even won triple today. But so I thank the sheriff for this because I owe it to him for this victory. But now, honestly, man, all you guys did good in the NFL. We had a good season. This was, I think, by far one of the greatest seasons we done had, man, as Get Money Sport. So shout out to the whole cast, man. Y'all did good, man. But it can only be one guy, and that's D-. Yes, sir.
I mean, being honest, our records, and these are crazy records.
Good,
D- went 96-24 for the year. King Kunther 92-28, DC 88-32, Mike 86-34, Teddy 85-35, and the Sheriff 78-42. All those are well over 65% success. So let's get it straight. As a panel, we fucking winners, man.
Yeah,
but there is only one winner.
And if y'all didn't win off of us this year, shame on y'all because we hit some parlays. We hit some parlays out the world NFL. Y'all
all hit once.
Too.
Yeah.
It didn't even matter who you followed. We all hit parlays, some more than others. But everybody, if you follow one person out here, I know my bank account's bigger. D-, how your bank account looking?
Looks good, man. Me and my brother, we even team up on a couple of them, man. And
cool.
Man.
Yeah, okay. All right, there we go. All right, so we're going to do a little thing here with the NFL winding up here. Here are the top 10 free agents, and they already know their names are certain places. We're going to predict where this player is going to play, number of years, and the amount their contract's going to be. All right, and we're going to see how far. I'm going to keep the record of this, as usual. Hawk, you get T. Higgins, wide receiver, Cincinnati Bengals.
Okay. So I'm predicting where he's going to go and what his contract's going to look like?
Correct.
Okay. I think he's going to stay in Cincinnati. I think he's going to get a 3-year, $58.5 million deal. They're guessing that his value is around $19 million. And a lot of people think that teams aren't really going to make receiver moves until they see what T. Higgins does, because if he's truly on the open market, there's a lot of teams that would come calling for him. But I think he's going to stay in Cincinnati.
All right, there you go. T. Higgins, Cincinnati, 3 years, $58.5 million. I have Chris Godwin, wide receiver, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He will stay in Tampa Bay 1 year, $15 million. They're actually in a rebuild right now. They've promoted their OC, the head coach, and a whole bunch of other shit's going because Liam left. Baker's still there, but the team is aging. I wouldn't give him more than a 1 year contract. Sheriff, Khalil Mack, edge rusher, Los Angeles Chargers. Is he going to Vegas?
No, he's not going to Vegas. He's going to
Fuck
stay.
you, man. Damn.
He's going to stay right where he's going to stay right where he is with Jim Harbaugh. I really don't see him leaving. I see him getting another. I was going to say 4 years, but I think a 3-year deal worth $130 million.
Damn.
God damn.
Shit.
If you ever start a football team, I can kick the ball and I don't get an erection when I get rubbed. King Kunta, Hassan Reddick, edge rusher extraordinaire, New York Jets.
I think he's staying, even though he held out and he got injured and only played one game, recorded with 1 sack or something like that. I think since they revamping everything with a new coach and everything, I think he might sign for 1 year. I think they might give him a 1 year contract. I think they go work out something. Probably 1 year, probably about 17 million, maybe. I think that's possible. I don't think he's going nowhere, but I think he's going to work some. I think he go give the Jets one more try at the organization. I think he's good for 1 year.
All right, so Kunta says Hassan Reddick will stay with the Jets for 1 year for $17 million. D minus. I really went and looked for yours because I like what you talk about with the money. Amari Cooper, wide receiver, Buffalo Bills. Does he stay?
Yeah, I think because they have nobody else. They have to lock him up, man. I think it's gonna be 3 year, $30 million. I think it's $10 million a year for Amari Cooper because, like I said, they only got the rookie. What's his name?
The guy dropped the ball.
Yeah,
Dalton Kincaid, isn't it?
No, the wide receiver, the rookie.
Oh, you're talking about Shakir.
Not Shakir, the other one. But anyway, he
Keon Coleman.
Oh, there it is. Keon Coleman. Yeah.
Keon Coleman. They got to have somebody to go with him, man. They got to keep Amari Cooper. They got to keep Amari Cooper.
All right, going to our second round. D minus says Amari Cooper will stay with the Bills 3 years, $30 million. Hawk, big news here. Sam Darnold, quarterback, Minnesota Vikings.
Woo.
This one's really interesting. I am really set on this idea that he's going to get one of those like 3 year, $120 million with like 75 or 80 of it guaranteed. But I think I have ideas where I want him to go, but I think he's going to go to the Raiders.
Really?
Yeah, he's leaving.
Why is everybody putting their old ass quarterbacks over me, man? I got Russell Wilson.
He's not old though.
I mean,
he's actually fairly young.
All right, so you're saying he's going to Las Vegas for how many years?
In 3 years, 120, 75 guaranteed. Listen, if Pete Carroll wants to get off on the right foot in Las Vegas with the Raiders, he's got to lock down that quarterback position because Pete Carroll, throughout his entire coaching tenure, has been able to get the most. Well, he's always been able to get the most out of his quarterbacks, right? I agree. So we've never seen him without a quarterback. So I don't even know what that would look like. So he needs. That's got to be like one of his first moves in free agency is go get that guy. And the Raiders have the money, so why not?
We definitely have the money. So D minus, just real quick, I just wonder what you were thinking. If you're the Raiders, would you rather have Sam Darnold or Russell Wilson?
Sam Darnold.
Just wondered. Me too. Now I think about it. Josh Sweat, edge rusher, Philadelphia Eagles. Well, I got bad news, Philadelphia. He's leaving. Atlanta's going to throw a lot of money at him. He's going to leave there to go to Atlanta because Atlanta has money and cap space, and they're going to lock him in for 3 years for $59 million. Sheriff. Oh, another huge wide receiver and a losing team. Stephon Diggs, wide receiver, Houston Texans.
I don't see Stephon staying in Houston.
Nope.
He didn't really have a good year this year. I honestly, believe it or not, Kunta's going to smile about this. I actually could see San Francisco going after a wide receiver, or even an NFC North team because all of them need a receiver up there. But I see Stephon leaving the AFC and going to the NFC, but I think he goes to the Niners for a 4-year deal worth about $80 million.
Respectable. All right, Kuta. Your Niners got a free agent. He's a stud. Javarius Ward, cornerback. Do you pay him to keep him, or is he going somewhere else?
First of all, I feel for him because he had a declining season because he was dealing with his daughter died and stuff like that. I mean, you guys knew that.
Still a stud.
But he's still a stud, man. So
He's a stud all the way around.
But his hometown is Dallas, so I think he's trying to get close to Dallas, but I don't think that's gonna happen to him. I know there's been rumors about Kansas City. I don't want to give him to Kansas City, but I think the makes more sense to him. They got the most calorie spaces, New England Patriots. They have, and they need a cornerback. Might I add that they need a cornerback? So I think that money go attract him over that way. $25 million contract for 2 years, maybe, or if they can give him a max contract, $50 million for 4 years. We'll see, but I say I'll start off with 3 years, $25 million for him, and then it can be negotiable because they have the money, and they need a cornerback, so that makes more sense for him to go to the Patriots.
All right, so King Kunta is getting his cornerback out of the 49ers, going to New England, 3 years, $25 million. D-minus, we got to end this segment with the big one.
Damn.
Y'all got 2 free agents.
Right.
So I'm doubling up here on you, and I want to know, where is Russell Wilson going, and where is Justin Fields going?
Okay, let me start with Justin Fields.
Why?
He's going to stay in Pittsburgh.
I agree.
He's going to stay in Pittsburgh.
Then the deal will be
that's going to be our starting quarterback.
I agree. What's his deal?
I think Justin probably get, let's say, a 5-year contract.
Ooh, it's a big contract.
Yes, a 5-year contract. Because he's our future. 5-year contract, I'll say right at $100 million.
Okay. It's respectable. All right, what about this Russell Wilson character? Where's he going?
Now, I think that I know what the Hawks said as far as Sam Darnold going to the Raiders. That might be too much money to bring him to Vegas right now. I know Vegas got the money to do it, but I think with the relationship with him and Pete Carroll, I think he might be the one going to Vegas on a 2-year contract worth $10 million. So I'll say because still paying him, Denver's still paying him. And I think that it makes sense for them to go to the Raiders because you can get him for cheaper, and he's still gonna be a winning quarterback in Vegas. So I got Russell going to Vegas, 2-year, $10 million contract.
Let me ask you this real fast: is this the last stop for Russell wherever he lands?
Yes, because I actually think, honestly, I thought Pittsburgh gonna be his last stop because
I did too.
The way he looked in the last 5 games of Pittsburgh, it just didn't look like he had it anymore. Like all his gas ran out. So honestly, I would have thought that this was his last run for a quarterback, but who knows?
I'll say something real quick. Sierra pregnant again, so that's why he ain't got no more calm in his body.
Oh goddamn, that's what happened then. Shit, I ain't know that. Goddamn. Shit.
Right now, go to bed and can just walk around naked.
Yeah,
that's all he had.
Now that lets me know he's definitely going to Vegas because his wife's pregnant, and there's all kinds of things in Vegas going on. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, man.
The only caveat,
though.
Yeah, so that was I was going to touch on that.
Yeah.
The only caveat or issue that I have with that is that Russell Wilson and Pete Carroll do have a good relationship once again, but from the point of him being traded from the Seahawks to the Broncos, that relationship was damaged, right? And Russell wanted to make it this big deal, like it's Pete Carroll's fault and all that stuff, right? And listen, if you want to blame him, go ahead and blame him. But last time I checked, Russell Wilson had a no trade clause that he had to waive in order to be traded.
Yep.
So it's a 50-50 thing there. I do know that when Pete was fired from Seattle, there's this big sports bar in Seattle called the Legion that is owned by Cam Chancellor and Richard Sherman. Which, by the way, I went there a couple of weeks ago, and we literally had a 20-minute conversation with Cam Chancellor. It was wild.
That's pretty cool.
But anyway, they had Pete's like a little party for him there, and Russell flew in from Denver as a surprise for Pete Carroll, and they repaired their relationship. Russ and Sherm repaired their relationship, so it's not outside of the realm of possibility that he could go to the Raiders. It's more possible now than it was before because that relationship has been repaired.
All right, let's get to this Super Bowl. Super Bowl getting played on February 9th. We will have one more game. We will have one more show before then. But so we're not going to do our predictions here. But let's do an early prediction. Let's do the score. Hawk, what's the score of the Super Bowl? These are not going to be your official picks towards our record. This is just a fun thing. Which we can't catch, and nobody can catch anybody except for if Mike and Teddy have different picks, they could actually tie for fourth. Otherwise, nobody can pass anybody, so it's not a big deal.
Give me 31-28 Philly.
Okay, Kunta.
I'll say 24-21 Philly.
Sheriff.
37-31 Kansas City, unfortunately.
37-31 KC. D minus.
30-27 Eagles.
30-27 Eagles. Teddy. I think the Eagles are never going to win because I'm a Cowboys fan and fuck y'all.
Say something real quick, DC. Can I say something?
You want to act like Teddy? Go ahead. I'll put you in solo mode.
No. I ain't gonna do that. Now this is something concerning it. So D minus. So we just gave the score, the closest score. So I said 24-21 Eagles, right?
Right.
If me and you was doing a tiebreaker, 24-21, and so that's what 45 points.
Yeah.
So if you gave me a score of 28-30,
here we go.
and you go over those 45 points, and I hit it right on the head at 45.
Yeah.
So do you win or do I win? Do you go over the total points? If you go over the total
win
points,
because you would think point spread.
Here we go. This is the whole thing from last. This is the fight from last week.
I know.
If you was doing the total score and you go over the total score, and I come like 7 points short, do you win or I win?
You will win because you went because whoever went over that point spread, so they got bumped up.
So that's all I'm saying. And the family didn't agree with that. They didn't
Hold on. The way it was worded was whoever is closest will be the winner. Okay? It didn't say closest without getting over. So if the thing says whoever's closest in the tiebreaker is going to win, if one person goes over and one person's under, but the one that went over is closer to the number, they win.
Well, that's like in gambling. You would lose. So I understand what Coop saying because
I did.
you went over your thing. So
that's all I'm saying. That's how I don't understand how y'all didn't know that. And they made me seem like I was like crazy, man. Like, I've been doing this for a while. When you go over, you lose.
It didn't say over. I get it.
Kunta and TKO went about this last week.
Oh, man. Yeah, they were in it. Let me put my points up there. I say the most boring game ever because of weather, 17-14 Eagles.
Because of weather?
It's not weather. It's a dome.
Oh,
I don't know. I don't really care. I don't want to watch it. I don't really care. I'm just going to make a little money. I think it's going to be low scoring, 17-14.
Shit me. That ain't going to be no low scoring game.
Yeah, it's going to be a low scoring game. It's boring.
Hey, DC, do you have time to talk about your topic, that Caitlin Clark? Because I was like, we
do. We'll go. Let's do that. We'll hit it right here real quick. Okay, so dig. So
I'll be in Vegas for the Super Bowl next week, by the way. So
Hey, can I come to your suite? You invite
can
us
I
to your
come in your
suite?
suite?
I ain't got no suite.
Okay, so Indiana
Super Bowl
Fever,
not in Vegas.
Indiana Fever star Caitlin Clark has announced that she will not participate in the NBA three-point contest during the 2025 All-Star Weekend because she wants her very first three-point contest to be at the WNBA All-Star Weekend in Indianapolis this summer. Is she cheating her fans on watching her beat the guys this year? And I want to elaborate on this before I ask that question. Caitlin Clark has a lot of young female basketball fans. I think if she went and played against the guys, girls always want to know they can beat the guys. It's been going on for years in sports. And I understand she wants to go first in Indianapolis, but I personally feel she's cheating her younger fans on not going to play against the guys. I legitimately think she has a chance. We're not asking her to go play a game and get hurt. It's just a three-point contest. Very rarely do you get hurt at a three-point contest. So now I'm going to open it up for the panel. Kunta, go ahead. You wanted me to go here. What you got going on?
I think she's saving that talent because she's trying to elevate the WNBA. She's trying to draw.
Nice.
She's trying to grow her brand. So she would jeopardize it if she compete with the men. Even though a lot of women want to see that, but she's doing the right thing. Bringing that entertainment, wait for ticket sales, all that to the WNBA. So she's doing the right thing. She's the face of the WNBA. You know, and a lot of people in question with Angel Reese, but I think she's the face of WNBA, and a lot of people coming to see her. And she's doing the right thing, and I'm gonna be watching. I can't wait for that one. So that's my take on that.
D minus.
I agree with what King Kunta said. I'm just point blank. I mean, I agree. Stay with the WNBA. I don't like all this co-ed stuff anyway, man. So I agree with that. Stay in WNBA.
Sheriff.
You know, she has nothing to prove to the NBA fans.
No, facts.
Because she's not an NBA player. She's a WNBA player. And it also makes sense for her to compete in the first WNBA All-Star game here in Indianapolis versus going wherever it's at this year for the NBA. Because what if she goes there and crushes it? Like, she may or may not. Then the expectation will be that every year. I don't know if she really needs to do that. She needs to elevate the WNBA, like I said earlier. I just think it'll be big when she does it, when the summertime comes around. I don't really have anything else other than that. She doesn't need to compete in the NBA 3-point contest.
Hawk.
Yeah, I kind of with what Kunta and D minus were saying is like, you know, like the co-ed stuff with the NBA is kind of weak anyway. You know, I would much rather see Caitlin Clark doing something for the league that she's in. Yeah. Because having her over in the NBA All-Star game, all that's doing is helping out the NBA. And if you're not there, guess what? The NBA is fine. But if you do that instead of the WNBA stuff, like the WNBA is a league that, number one, doesn't even have that many teams. First, we have this recent resurgence of talent that have come in to the WNBA. Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, Cameron Brink, like that draft class is going to be crazy years down the road. They're going to be like, man, there were so many superstars that were drafted that year. And so it is much more valuable for the WNBA to have her there participating in their stuff. The NBA is going to be fine without her. It doesn't really matter. And like you said, the young fans, those young girls that are looking up to her and stuff like that. And so all I know is Indianapolis has all the events right now. The Royal Rumble's there tonight. The Royal Rumble's there tonight. They got everything going on right now. So
we had the All-Star game last year, WNBA All-Star game this year. I believe the SummerSlam is this year. WrestleMania in a couple years.
Hold on a second. Let's do this real quick here, okay? Go around the room real quick before I do this segment. Who's winning the Royal Rumble tonight? King Kunta.
I don't know, man. I don't know. You come back to me.
D minus.
Oh, you gotta get back to Roman Reigns. He coming back to get his crown back, man. Yeah. Roman Reigns gonna get it, man.
Sheriff.
You know, I originally was going to say John Cena, but well, thinking about it, I honestly think CM Punk is going to be the big winner tonight.
Hawk.
That was my guess, CM Punk. And here's one thing about Roman Reigns. If they're going to set up like some more like bloodline versus bloodline stuff for WrestleMania, I think that they would have Jacob Fatu eliminate Roman Reigns. No, eliminate Roman Reigns to push that story into WrestleMania, because like that's beef. A lot of these rivalries and WrestleMania matches, the initial setup takes place at Royal Rumble, so should be cool.
And
Your
then I think
Royal-
it could end at the Rumble or at WrestleMania.
Your
Right.
Rumble winner's gonna be Gunther, man. Come on, man. Who's throwing that motherfucker over the rope, man? Who's
already
throwing him
got-
out?
He's not competing.
I thought Gunther
And
was
he's-
playing against the real what's his face.
No, he's the champion right now.
He's a champion. He
All right,
doesn't need
come back
to.
to me. Come back to
Okay,
me.
so I just wanted to hear what y'all had to say, because I knew y'all gonna state the obvious. So I think Cody Rhodes might come and win it.
No,
I
he-
think Cody Rhodes.
he's a champion already. He can't win it.
Cody Rhodes
See-
not the champion. It's not what's his name?
They got two champions. One is Cody, and one is Gunther.
Cody
Yeah,
faces
okay.
Kevin Owens in the ladder match tonight with both titles hanging above
Yeah,
the ring.
I didn't know he was a champ. So I guess Roman Reigns might win it then.
yeah. Roman Reigns come back to this
Yeah,
title.
I'm probably gonna go with Roman as well. I don't know. Yeah.
So when they start
I'm gonna
having
go with
two
Roman as
champions in the Royal Rumble.
No,
Well,
they
it's
got,
because they have two shows.
belt.
There's SmackDown and
Okay.
Raw.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, we're going to our last segment here. This segment is brought to you by One Condoms. This segment is sponsored by One Condoms. They have 10 lengths, 9 girths, and over 60 sizes available. Download the fit kit from the website, print it, cut it out, measure your shit for the perfect size. D minus. What are you just saying today?
I would like to call somebody to HR right real fast, and I want to call DC to HR.
Damn it, I knew
Woo,
it.
I thought it was me. Yeah. Boy,
I already
oh
know.
my
Man. I sat there and I just saw it, so I already know what I'm going for. Go ahead. Give it
So
to me.
DC, let's have a conversation, man.
Let's have
Nobody's
a
off
conversation.
limits when it comes to HR. But real quick, no, I'm not even gonna mess with you on that. So as I look around the panel, as I look around the panel and I see everybody's name up here, why is it Michael, not the Hulk, on his name? Why is it Michael and not Hulk?
I'm not
Because-
really sure. He's having an identity crisis. Sometimes it says Hawk and sometimes it says Michael.
No,
I
I've
thought
never
maybe-
seen Hulk on there. I've never seen it.
You've never
So-
seen the Hawk?
No, as it's not. It's like showing favoritism to all us, but not showing grace to Hulk. And we've been calling him Hulk all the time. And why his name not Hulk instead of Michael?
I'm not really sure. You know, he puts that in there. That's not me.
I thought the producer put that in there.
Hold on a second. I'll get the right person into HR for you. Hold on a second.
Okay, let's do that.
Mike, will you please come to HR? Thank you. Ha! I'm out, bitch.
Mike, what's up with the name, man? I mean, everybody got
Okay.
their name.
You're right. Let me tell you what actually happened, and then I have a remedy for it. Okay.
All right.
What actually happened is if you are a fan of BFAM, in order to be able to comment where you can on different shows where they can see your name, you have to give this platform. You have to log in with your Facebook or with your email or
Right.
something so that your name can show. And so every time I come back to this platform for our shows on Saturdays, it is connected through my social media. And so it just grabs my first name from my social media. But like I said, there's a remedy. So the remedy is this: I can be better next week, and going forward, I can make sure it says Hawk.
I'm just saying. I'm sorry, DC. My bad. My bad, DC. I'm sorry. That's on me, DC. My bad.
I know. I'm all right with that. You know what? I am the first person to successfully make it out of HR. Kuta, did you take any fucking lessons?
He said, damn.
Did you see how I went in there calmly? I went in there. I showed the problem. I showed you the problem. His name is not on here. And I thought that was it. He's been off for a couple weeks.
I didn't see it, but I looked at it.
See, I owned up to my problems, and look how good I came out of HR. See? I'm just saying.
He said, fuck.
Guys, so I'm gonna do my. I'm just saying because mine's really simple. I have to do an apology, and I haven't had to do this yet, but I do it on pardon interruption, and I'm happy. I'm happy that I was wrong about something, and I have to apologize. Last week, I blasted that family about taking that card away from that kid with the Pittsburgh Pirates and Paul Skeens.
Oh,
What I didn't know was the 11-year-old that pulled the card lives in Los Angeles, California. I need to apologize to that family for telling you to let your kid be a baseball fan and 30 years behind the plate. Man, that's just something you can never give to a kid unless you live in Los Angeles. I'm very, very sorry. I didn't mean it. I did mean it, but I didn't know where you lived. I thought you were in Pittsburgh. Please, I'm very, very sorry. I'm just saying. Sheriff, what are you just saying today?
You know, this is a touchy one.
No shit.
On
Does
Wednesday,
Justin Tucker know?
no. Justin Tucker. You know, I want to give a shout out, prayers and thoughts to all the families and friends and those that were affected from Wednesday night's horrific incident in DC. There's been a lot of passing the blame, passing the buck on whose fault it was. At the end, it doesn't matter whose fault it was. It was a crazy incident. And then last night, literally a day after the incident, another small plane hit West Virginia or Virginia, hit a shopping mall. Like, what is going on with all these airlines? Is it safe to fly anymore? I don't know. I'm just saying.
I think.
Prayers and thoughts to all the families that are affected from all this.
Okay. TKL, what are you just saying? Oh, you're not here today. Okay. Hawk. By the way, Hawk, I can help you with something. If you go down to your name on the bottom, you can click the little 3 dots, and it says edit name. You can actually edit your name there. I'll help you out there. And you can still sign in with your Michael, but you can edit there you go. See that? I got you, bro. Hawk, what are you just saying today?
This goes out to all of the people who vote for the Baseball Hall of Fame. This has now happened twice to players from my favorite team who are in the Baseball Hall of Fame. Originally, it happened to Ken Griffey Jr. Ken Griffey Jr. was slated to become the first ever unanimous Hall of Fame inductee ever. But there was one idiot who decided that Ken Griffey Jr. was not a Hall of Fame player. And so he was not unanimous. And then the next year, Mariano Rivera went in as unanimous. And then this past cycle, Ichiro Suzuki made the Hall of Fame, but he was not unanimous because, once again, there was one idiot who said that Ichiro Suzuki was not a Hall of Fame player. I don't know who these people are that are being given the powers to vote and say, you know, when it's literally 99% of everyone else who is voting is saying, oh yeah, that person's a Hall of Fame player. That's all I'm saying is these people need to be held accountable.
100% agree with that. King Kuta, wrap us up. What are you just saying today?
All I'm just saying is we need to be paying attention to what's going on around the world with the airlines and stuff. I know that's like a hot topic. Everybody's focused on that. But all I'm saying is let's keep our head on a swivel. This is a known fact. When stuff like this is being talked about and focused on, it's some backdoor shit that's going on that we ain't even paying attention to. We cannot trust our government. Keep your head on the swivel.
Yep.
It's gonna be more shit coming. Telling you guys. We had a attack on the ground. We had air. I still think that what happened in Washington D.C. was a terrorist attack. They're not saying that, but I think that was the second terrorist attack. And so something else finna happen. Maybe they finna attack the train station or something, bus line. But something's going on. Something is going on through the back door. So I just all us keep our head on the swivel and just be mindful. Just be aware. That's what I'm just saying.
Great advice there. And people, listen to us. We're not always joking here. These are facts. I don't know what's going on with our world right now, but you can smell it. You can smell it. It's something really, really weird going on right now. And y'all just need to, like you said, keep your head on the swivel. But we'll be here next week at 10:30. We ain't swiveling shit. HR will be here, and I'm sure somebody will be in it. Get Money Sports.
Gentlemen, have a great week. I will not be here next week.
Peace.
Have a great week.
Will you be in HR?
Nope, I won't be. I'll be at work.
You know who made